no one can accuse you of being unprepared.
Oh, by the second time round, I'll probably act like an old hand. Where on earth did you get them?
And then buys. Well-meaning Blue Rinse Brigade. Nothing like a baby for bringing out the best in people. Even prospective grandmothers. So you intend repeating the exercise, do you?
Yes. Why not? Did you ever regret only having had me?
Good God, no. I hardly had enough maternal instinct for one, let alone trying to stretch it any thinner. You, above all people, should know that.
Start pushing yet, Fielding.
Darling, don't start pushing yet. Not yet, for God's sake.
I've heard it can put them off sex, you know. Men witnessing the birth. Apparently it can do great things for their relationship with the kid, but it does sod all for their sex life.
All right, you can start pushing now. What do I say? Push!
Judith?
Oh.
Is the breathing working?
Oh.
The song. Don't forget the song, like they told us, remember? Oh, the grand old Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill and he marched them down again. When they were up, they were up. When they were down, they were down. When they were only halfway up, they were neither up nor down. The grand old Duke of York. Come on.
It's getting better, it's getting better.
Sure, all right.
It's all right.
Valium. The chap at the office gave them to me. Keeps the adrenaline level down.
We better go, Patrick.
Right.
Push, Judith. Come along, you're not trying.
And again, push. That's a good girl. Another one for luck.
Push. Push, Judith. Not that way. Close your mouth and push down towards your bottom.
Fill your mouth close, darling.
Once more. Push. Its head disappearing on me.
Come on, Judith, a big effort, eh? Push, come on now.
And again. Again.
Push.
Oh, head's born. You can stop pushing now. Pant like a dog.
And?
All right. Now then, one last push when I say. Push.
Come on, Judith.
Push. Well done. It's a boy. You've got yourself a boy, Mrs. Fielding. I feel nervous. I don't know why.
Of what?
Him, I suppose.
You've got to get to know him. We both have. Are you terribly disappointed about him not being a girl?
Don't be silly.
It's all right if you want to go, you know.
I don't.
I always come back later, Patrick, when I'm less tired. When we both are.
Oh, of course. Well, darling, I've been through it. Anything you want to bring in?
Some sort of juice, I suppose.
Right. I just can't wait to tell everyone. What it felt like apart from anything else. Watching your own child being born. Jesus, it was something.
Nurse? I wanted to thank you for everything, you know. Good luck.
Just going to clean and weigh him. Won't take long.
Right. Let's have you in bed. That's it. Take your time. Thank you. Slip your legs under there. Thank you. All right.
You first?
Yes.
Boy or girl?
Boy.
Oh. Nice to have a boy first time round.
Mother? Sorry, did I wake you? It's a boy. Yes. This morning. 7.5 pounds. Oh, just fantastic. Marvellous. Yeah, the whole thing went like clockwork. Cynthia, your lovely daughter has had a boy. Jack, we thought. Of course you can. Endless bloody permutations. Jacko, Jackie. Yeah.
Mrs. Fielding? Mrs. Fielding? Mrs. Fielding? Are you breast or bottle? Sorry. Feeding? Breast or bottle? Breast. Right. Well, let's make a start then, shall we?
My milk hasn't come through yet, has it?
No, but sucking will help to stimulate it. And him. Now we'll just pop you up in bed. That's it. Lovely. And I'll go and wash my hands. Now we'll just pop him on for a few minutes, just so you can both get the idea of it. Wakey, wakey, sunshine. Come on. Yes. That's it.
Doesn't seem terribly interested.
No. Well, it's early days yet.
He seems so terribly sleepy.
Oh, we get them worse than that.
All the other babies do is cry. He just seems happy to sleep.
Are we allowed to get him up?
No.
He's got to face the world sometime, hasn't he? Hello,
Mind his
young
head,
man.
Patrick. You must support it.
I know, I know. Ooh. Yeah.
Just having a peek. You don't mind, do you?
No, of course not.
Boy or girl?
Boy.
Oh. Mine's down the unit. The special unit. He's not too well.
I'm sorry.
These things are sent to try us.
I'm sure he's in good hands.
Oh, the best. The best. Save all your kisses for me. Save all your kisses for me. Come on, baby.
What did she want? Seems the baby's not too well. She didn't seem bothered about it. Not at all.
She's not. She tried to drown it in the ladies' lavatory at Victoria Station. I heard about it last night. I couldn't sleep, so I went to the day room for a cigarette. Night sister was telling a doctor all about it. They were in the corridor outside. I heard the whole thing. Seems she delivered him herself. They found her wandering around the station in a dreadful state.
What about the baby?
Well, they found him too. Alive, but only just. Brain death, the doctor said. Total brain death. Infection or something. It's on some machine in intensive care.
Terrible.
We're not supposed to know. No one is. Even the nurses don't know, in case they refuse to look after her.
Would they do that?
Got feelings too, haven't they? She's educationally subnormal, you know, ESN. God knows why she wasn't sterilised years ago.
What made her do it?
Perhaps she wanted to go.
took him away to the nursery. He was sound asleep.
Time for another go at the feeding, if you're ready. Oh, Mr. Fielding. The paediatrician would like a word with you in the sister's office.
Mr. Fielding. Hello. Give him a moment. I'm a paediatrician, Mrs. Fielding. Do you know what that is?
Yes?
Please sit down. I have to tell you, I'm afraid, that I think your son is going to be a little bit slow. And don't look at your husband, Mrs. Fielding. I want you to look at me. Only at me.
What's wrong with him?
I believe him to be suffering from a condition called Down syndrome. Do you know what that is? Please don't look at your husband, Mrs. Fielding.
Tell her, for pity's sake, tell her! He's a Mongol. A Mongol.
I want you to tell me exactly what you're feeling, what you're thinking. Don't look at your husband, only at me. Mrs. Fielding, I must know what you're thinking. Whatever it is. Now, you needn't feel ashamed. Whatever you feel is perfectly natural, perfectly.
I don't want him.
Your husband said the same thing, more or less, which is why I didn't want you to look at him. I had to hear it from you, unprompted. It's my job, you see, to act in the best interest of the baby. He has no one to speak for him, no voice. Whereas you do. Do you understand? As I was saying, your initial feelings are perfectly natural. But there's no doubt that your son, like any baby, would benefit from being within a warm, loving family atmosphere. Now, you might regard it as a tragedy.
But Down syndrome, Mongol babies, can grow into responsive, affectionate children. And many people believe that amply compensates for their lack of potential. And in any case, given the right help, that potential can be far greater than you might imagine. Perhaps you'd like to be left alone for a few minutes. Would that be best? So that you can talk it over?
No. I'd like him to be removed from the room, please.
May I ask why?
Because any decision we make must be made rationally. It can't be founded on sentiment, which it will be if he stays here, where I can see him.
Shall we talk a little more first?
I can't talk. Do anything while he's here.
Mr. Fielding?
I agree.
Very well. Sure this is what you want? Take him into the nursery for the time being. I'd like to ask you a question. Why did you decide to have a child?
Same reason as any other couple, I imagine.
Which is?
I suppose I wanted something which would be part of us, of Patrick and myself.
Mm. And you don't think you've got that?
I've got a child who'll never grow up. I didn't want that.
Did you think about it when you were pregnant?
No.
Most women do.
Clearly I'm not like most women, then.
Or is there anything you'd like to ask me?
Explain. Please. Why? We're not that old. Why?
Well, there are two causes. One we call genetic, which means that one of you might carry an imperfect chromosome. Do you understand what that means? The other, which is far more common, we call sporadic. It's where the chromosome count in both parents is quite normal, but at conception, where the cell divides, there is one extra chromosome present. You still with me? Now, the chances are that you're the sporadic type. Statistically, it's far more likely. But in either case, a blood test on the baby will confirm the type in a couple of weeks.
And if we're the genetic sort? If there's something wrong with one of us?
Well, then it's down to genetic ratios. And the likelihood of it recurring will be calculated for you.
And what could that likelihood be?
It can vary.
At the worst?
At worst, I suppose it could be as high as 1 in 10.
And if it's as high as that?
It's most unlikely, Mr. Fielding.
We seem to be dealing in likelihoods. We may as well know them all.
If the genetic ratio is that high, it's high enough that it might happen again, then you would be advised to think very carefully before having another child.
You didn't cry?
No.
I can't believe we're allowed to. Just reject him this way. He didn't say we could, did he? He didn't say anything about it.
He's thinking about the baby, isn't he?
Oh, hello.
I'd like to be moved to a side ward, please. I'm sure you understand.
I'm sorry, we have nothing available.
But we just saw one. Just back there. Empty.
Oh, her mother's on her way out from the labour ward. It's been allocated to her. Besides, I don't think it would be a good idea for you to be shut away on your own.
I won't be alone. My husband will be with me.
Well, not all the time he won't, now will he?
Yes, as a matter of fact.
No, I'm sorry, that simply isn't possible.
I see. In that case, I'll discharge myself now.
Mrs. Fielding, you've just had a baby. Now, you can't possibly...
Please give me a room on my own and let my husband stay with me, or I'll discharge myself.
If you wait there, your things will be brought to you.
And my husband?
He can stay.
You're right.
I keep missing it.
I'm sorry?
The tea trolley. I keep missing it.
We've got to tell everyone.
Yes. I asked for him to be put into the nursery. The baby nursery, yes. I hope for your support in this, Mother. If you think it's likely to be a problem, find out the legalities then. You're always saying you've got contacts. Use them. Your turn.
Mother? She thought it was something to do with German measles. She doesn't know what a chromosome is.
I knew a mongrel once. When I was a teenager. Had a job waitressing in a cafe. He used to wash the dishes. There was always a patch of damp on his trousers. We used to snigger about it, the other guards and me. I met his mother, too. She was plump and cheerful. She used to collect him from the cafe every evening. She always came by the back entrance and left the same way. She'd hold out his coat and ask him about his day, and he'd jabber at her excitedly the way he did. And she'd lead him out and thank us for being so kind.
Don't, Judith.
Eventually he dropped out of sight. My mother was still there. Still cheerful. She ran a corner shop. Mother used to call in there sometimes and she'd ask about Anthony. She'd smile at her and say, he's in good hands. Specialist hands. Which will help him fulfill his potential.
He went into care.
Yes. Everyone thought her unnatural.
You've done nothing to be ashamed of. Nothing.
Christ. I'd like to see other people have the courage to make such a difficult decision.
It's just the point. It isn't difficult, is it?
My dears.
What did you find out?
I rang an old friend, a solicitor.
And?
Well, he said it was a little outside his sphere. But yes, you're quite within your rights not to keep him.
Anything else?
Only how sorry he was, that sort of thing. Oh, and, not to take the baby home. Something about strands of care. You must leave him here. Abandon him, were the words.
That's what he advised us to do.
No, not really. His brother's got a Mongol. He says he's very fond of him.
I see.
You're bound to get that sort of thing.
Of course. I don't mind.
You'd be inhuman if you didn't.
Did he say anything else?
No. Just that the legal situation is quite clear, but he doubted if anyone would tell you that. Keeping these children is expensive. Everyone will try and avoid it if they can.
So it all comes down to economics in the end.
In that respect, yes.
Tomorrow morning, I'll ask to be discharged and we'll go home. It'll be all right once we get home.
Don't cry, baby, don't cry.
It really would be much better if you stayed a little longer, Mrs. Fielding. You've been through a lot. God knows you have. Give yourself a few days to come to terms with it. You might feel differently if you do.
You mean I might change my mind about keeping him?
Well, it has happened before. Just go and see him at least. Give yourself that one chance, please. There's nothing to be frightened of. He's only a baby. I don't understand women like you. I've never understood women like you. He needs you. He's a lovely baby, as bonny as they come in spite of everything. You were happy enough to try and feed him, weren't you? Before you knew there was something wrong with him.
He hasn't got a bloody cold, you know.
Judith. She's just trying to do her job. Thank you.
You're quite wrong about him, you know. Quite wrong. Some people would consider it a privilege to have such a child.
And then a nurse said the paediatrician wanted to see me. Judith's been incredible. Just marvelous. She hasn't cried at all. Not once. To be honest, I never knew she could be that strong. I see in her strength only my own weakness. I think I'll just pop round to the doctor's. See if I can get some more Valium. I'll get you some too, and some sleeping pills.
Patrick,
Yeah?
I need some of those other pills as well, ones that make your milk dry up.
Right.
God, what a time to start spring cleaning. Where's Patrick?
Home. With his parents in Kent. He'll be back this evening.
They haven't been to see you yet.
Apparently they're too upset.
Or embarrassed.
Thank you.
Oh, the whole thing makes me sick. The hypocrisy of it. They discovered it while you were pregnant. He'd have been aborted, wouldn't he? And a few weeks later, everyone's going on about the sanctity of life. If he'd been mine, I'd have left him by an open window and let nature take its course. Have you heard anything yet about the blood test?
Another 2 weeks. I suppose they'll send a social worker round about the baby. Is that how these things work?
Probably. You could always give someone power of attorney, you know. Things get messy. Just hand it over to someone else and forget about it.
You volunteering?
Do you want me to?
Seems too easy somehow.
Don't you think you deserve things easy for a bit?
Most people would say I've taken the easy way already.
Oh, come along.
You don't think people would say that? Think that?
Does it matter if they do?
Perhaps it's simply what I feel myself.
What, that you've done the wrong thing?
No. It's hopeless. I don't know. Perhaps I simply want to make sense of it. Well, there is no sense, is there? There's just the experience, and by saying that I don't want to keep him, I've avoided even that.
Well, if there is a point, perhaps that's it. The experience of rejecting him.
In that case, then I have to see it through myself. All of it.
Tell me, did the paediatrician say anything else about him? About his health, for instance?
Not really. Why?
Apparently they often have dicky hearts or something. Sometimes they need an operation in order to survive. I wondered if that applied to him.
I don't think so.
Pity. I'm mean, if it turned out that he did need an operation, you could always withhold permission, couldn't you? Then the whole thing would be over and done with.
Just because we don't want him ourselves doesn't mean we've got the right to say he should die, does it?
Oh, for God's sake, Judith.
What?
You'll go round and round the houses rather than face it, won't you? Look, you've talked about fate. Well, all right, fate has handed you a blow, but it's still left you with a choice. It's not like having a car crash or going blind, something you know you've got to live with. You knew you didn't have to live with this, so you made a choice. You said no. Now, if fate then says this child can't survive without an operation, you can either go with your first decision and say no again, or you can say yes and let someone else take the consequences.
Aunt Helen, so sorry to hear about the baby. In time, you'll come to terms with what has happened. You'll feel different. After all...
Is that it?
More or less.
After all, one does not return imperfect children like a pair of shoes which do not fit.
Hello.
Is it convenient to come to you?
Yes, do come in.
Thanks.
It's the social worker.
Mrs. Fielding.
Sit down, please.
Thanks.
Can I get you something? Some tea or...
Perhaps later. Thanks. Wondering where it's best to start.
Where do you usually start in these things?
Well, how about a few details, just for the record? How long have you been married, for instance?
6 years. We met just after college. That is, after I'd finished college, I studied engineering.
Is that your profession now?
Yes. I'm a consultant with a construction outfit. Structural stuff, mainly, housing and so on.
What about you, Mrs. Fielding? Have you a profession?
I went to art college. I've done a bit of fabric design. Nothing much. Nothing you could call a profession.
I was always hopeless at art myself. There was no infertility problem, was there? I mean, 6 years, that's... Was that a conscious decision to wait before starting a family?
Yes, quite conscious. We wanted to get established first. My career, house, usual thing, you know.
I'll make that tea now, shall I?
You're still waiting to hear about the genetic thing, the blood tests.
Yes.
Must be very difficult.
Yes.
You have a lovely home.
Yes.
There are other options, you know, apart from the one you've taken. You could have him home for a few days, a few weeks even, just to see how things go.
No.
Well, some kind of partial care, perhaps, so the responsibility could be shared.
No.
You'd get plenty of outside support, Mrs. Fielding. There are specialist agencies which can help you.
No.
really should consider all the alternatives. Really, you should.
And where will they be, your agencies, when we want someone to babysit for us when he's 14? Where will they be when we want to go shopping? Go anywhere? Without everyone staring at us? Where will they be in the middle of the night when we just can't cope?
I can't change the world, Mrs. Fielding, how people are. Coming to terms with mental handicap is a very complex thing for anyone.
I appreciate that.
If I could prove to you that the sort of support you want is possible, would you reconsider your decision?
No.
You wouldn't even think about it?
No.
Well, then that can't be the sole reason.
Obviously not.
I want to help you, Mrs. Fielding.
Help us work out where he's going, then. What the next step is.
First, I have to be sure that you're certain about the step you've already taken.
I am certain.
Both of you?
Yes, absolutely.
Have either of you had anything to do with mentally handicapped children before?
We've come across them.
Well, then you'll know they can be very rewarding. That they have a lot to offer. The picture isn't wholly bad.
People talk a lot about their potential. They rarely mention their potential to wreck families, do they?
Perhaps because that's not always the case, particularly where the marriage or the family is a strong one. And some of them can lead virtually normal lives. They can go to school, they can do most of the things that normal children can do.
Some of them don't learn to speak until they're 7. And some of them never learn to speak at all.
But who's to say your son would be like that?
Can anyone tell me, categorically, without a doubt, that he won't be?
You feel repugnance for him, don't you? It's natural that you should, particularly at first. And because you feel it, it makes you frightened of what you might do to him if you had him here at home with you. Am I right? But you see, I believe once you had him home, looked after him, took care of him, you'd come to love him.
You were very unpleasant. You should have heard yourself.
I did.
You're just being totally irrational about the whole thing.
I feel perfectly rational, never more so.
You're behaving like a cold-blooded cow, you know it.
What we're doing isn't particularly nice, Patrick. There's no point pretending it is.
There's no point in antagonizing these people. We want to keep them on our side.
So you admit there are sides, then?
Judith.
What is it?
The music. It's so intelligent. And he'll never appreciate it, will he? And properly.
No. Or maybe he will. who can tell? They're supposed to like music, aren't they?
I'm not talking about that kind of appreciation, am I? And even if he did, nobody's going to do much about it, are they? In an institution.
You want to see the Fielding baby?
Yes. I'm his grandmother.
Oh. Well, he's on the end there. You're lucky to catch him. We expect him to be transferred any day.
Can I go in?
Wait a minute, please. Would you just slip this on? That's it. This way. At all.
Thought his tongue would be larger.
Oh, well, that comes later, apparently.
I see. Yes.
She never really gave him a chance, you know, Mrs. Fielding.
No. Sorry.
Should do something about registering the birth.
I know. I was thinking, maybe we shouldn't call him Jack. It just doesn't seem appropriate anymore.
Yeah.
Work tomorrow.
Be fine.
Will you? On your own?
Of course.
But this... Anthony, was it? In the cafe? He might have been a very low-grade type.
It can sound like that advertisement for flour.
I'm sorry.
Graded grains make finer flour.
I was going to suggest, Mrs. Fielding, that maybe you should see some other Down syndrome children. Talk to other parents. So you can see all the possibilities and get a more informed view. I'm sure we could arrange it through their association.
I'd prefer it if you call them Mongols.
May I ask why?
I think anything else is an evasion.
The fact is, Mrs. Fielding, that Mongols are still individuals, aren't they? Your son could be quite different from this Anthony.
Worse or better?
Different. He'll inherit characteristics from you and your husband, won't he?
Are you asking me or telling me?
It's a fact. I'd have thought.
He's still a Mongol.
He's still a child. Your child.
I know that. And of course I should be responsible for him. I know that too. It's just that I feel that some people are trying to capitalize on that, so that they too don't have to take the responsibility of him.
Is that what you think I'm doing?
Yes.
I'll have the care order drawn up. Perhaps I could call round one evening so you and your husband could sign it.
Of course, whenever you like.
Is that it? Apart from the question of maintenance. Good afternoon, Mrs. Fielding.
And the date of birth?
April 6th.
What is the full name and surname in which the child will be brought up?
John.
And his second name?
David.
John David...
Fielding.
Judith! Judith! That was the paediatrician. He's got the results of the blood test. We're in the clear. We can have other kids. We can put the whole bloody thing behind us. Mother, we're all right. They just rang from the hospital. We're in the clear.
I called on the off chance. I'm with the local authority. I'm the social worker on your case from now on. And the bottom of the page? And one more there. Right. What next? Ah, yes. His heart. The doctor he's under seems to think there's a chance. Well, a possibility that he might need an operation. When he's a little older, in about a year. It's not uncommon, apparently.
Do you want our permission?
Well, we might do. When the time comes, but in the meantime, there's something else for you to consider. The doctor also says he isn't that strong, Mrs. Fielding. If he should catch a cold, it could very well turn into pneumonia, and... well, it would be helpful for us to know, in the event he did get poorly, how you feel about non-preventive medical care.
You can tell anyone that needs to know. If he dies, they won't get sued.
That's rather a negative way of putting it, isn't it?
More so than non-preventive medical care, I would have thought.
And you and your husband, you're quite in accord about this?
Yes.
Goodbye, Mrs. Fielding.
Excuse me. What happens now?
Now you get on with the rest of your life. Something's come up, Mrs. Fielding. We need to talk. Thank you. My department has received an inquiry concerning your son.
What sort of inquiry?
Initially for fostering, apparently with a view to adoption.
That's marvellous. Is there a problem?
Well, there may not be one. I didn't handle the inquiry myself. Apparently it's still at a very preliminary stage.
Did they ask for any mongrel child? Or for mine in particular?
Oh, quite specifically for yours, Mrs. Fielding.
How do they know about him?
Well, I assume from you. The inquiry came from your mother.
I heard someone. Make a cup of tea.
I haven't come for tea, Mother.
No. What then? A row?
I rather thought an explanation.
Isn't it self-evident?
You don't want him, Mother. After all you've said. I found you'd be no better at it than me.
I assume we're talking about motherhood. My failure to meet your demands naturally meaning I'll fail to meet his also.
We're talking about you. Railroading into my life again.
Again? As a child, your constant complaint was my lack of interest in your life, if anyone's but my own, as I recall.
Mother!
Or have I got that wrong, too?
On my way here, I had us all rehearsed what I was going to say to you. Down to the last word. You're always so much better at this sort of thing than me.
It's hardly a situation we found ourselves in before. Am I to take it from that you're not going to fight me? That you're going to let me have him?
How can you ask such a question? How can you even think it? What's it supposed to be in aid of, Mother? Guilt? One neglected childhood in exchange for another?
You know how I hate that sort of melodramatic talk.
Perhaps you thought it would relieve my guilt.
I wasn't aware that you felt any more than I do.
Why, then? Why do you want him?
I could see what was happening to you and that something had to be done about it, and that I was the one to do it.
I don't understand you. Do what?
Oh, really? In spite of everything, you really do have a remarkably short memory, don't you? I told you once what I would do if he were mine, didn't I? Death is supposed to be a release, after all. That morning you phoned me from the hospital to tell me about him. What was it you said? I'm not going to be a martyr for a genetic accident. I admire you for that. Oh, yes, the selfishness of it and the spirit. I thought, after all, she is her mother's daughter. But you did make a martyr of yourself after all, didn't you? I saw that you were dwelling on his childhood just as much as you have on your own. Because it's in your nature. That's when I knew I'd got to put an end to it for you. All of it. Would you? Really? I've done it. I'd like to think so. I'd like to think I could be that strong. Mothers can be protecting their young. Perhaps I wouldn't have let you. Perhaps when it came to it, I'd have wanted to protect him too.
Couldn't you have left a note?
I'm sorry. I assumed you'd guess where I was.
Did you? If it was company you needed, why didn't you ask Cynthia to come here?
I simply wanted to spend an evening with my mother, that's all.
Oh, yes, your mother, with whom you're so close. Forgive me, I'd overlooked that. I suppose you've been having cosy heart-to-hearts, crying on each other's shoulders. I imagine you can cry on hers, if not on mine. I was afraid you wouldn't come back. Listen, I've been thinking.
Yes.
I was thinking maybe we should just go and see him. Nothing's as bad, as ugly as we imagine it is it?
Do you feel ugly because of him?
I'm beginning to. Do you?
I suppose I've never thought of myself as being anything else.
Don't say things like that.
Not. Do you think by not saying them it makes them any the less true? Like all the other things we don't talk about? Besides, haven't we been selfish enough already? Like going to visit him, just to convince ourselves he's not the monster we think he is.
I've never thought that. Never.
I have.
Because by thinking that, telling myself that's what he is, I've been able to let him go. I can't be proved wrong now, Patrick.
This business sort of relief in a way.
Yes, I think so.
He's dead. The baby, he's dead.
Thank you.
Your husband didn't come?
No, he wasn't sure it was appropriate.
Whatever you feel is appropriate. There are no rules in these things. The nurses who cared for him.
Please turn to page 18 in your service book. The Lamb who is at the throne will be their shepherd, and will lead them to springs of living water, and God will wipe away all tears from their eyes. We will say together Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd, therefore can I lack nothing. He will make me lie down in green pastures and lead me beside still waters. He will refresh my soul and guide me in right pathways for his name's sake.